Our 2015 Computex coverage is brought to you by Fantex, Nvidia, Corsair, NCIX, Silverstone, and InWin. Make sure to support them for helping us bring this great content to you. BitFenix Pandora was one of those ambitious projects to evolve into something completely different from the initial concept, but they are moving forward with this design, and the Pandora ATX will soon launch at $99 without the icon display, and here it is next to Pandora Micro ATX for size comparison, and I gotta say BitFenix has improved on so many elements for this case to become really popular. First, the side panel curves around the front panel. It's a very distinct Pandora look. It's no longer aluminum, but now regular steel, which I think is more appropriate for BitFenix, with this glossy plastic frame underneath that is now scratch resistant, and ventilation is available on both sides for the front fans to intake air. The panels are slightly higher than the top removable dust filter, thus creating this unibody-like structure. There's a single exhaust fan at the back and triple 120mm fan spots at the front, generating excellent intake. As you see, there's nothing obstructing the fans, and airflow for the GPU and the CPU is always fresh. As for the interior layout itself, it's becoming sort of a trend to have no dedicated hard drive cages in the main chamber to allow the best possible airflow. And the build that they have on display looks really good, with a 360mm radiator mounted at the top of the Pandora ATX, and it will accommodate for water cooling builds. Well, it seems to be no problem. I love that they included this shroud at the bottom, separating an entire bottom chamber that makes cable management so much easier, and they're still debating whether or not to put SSD brackets on top of that shroud. Taking a look at the back, all the cables are just tucked away in from the power supply, where you will also find a dual 3.5-inch drive for mechanical storage. Plus, these side SSD mounts are handy, that will most likely support 3.5-inch drives for the final revision, but for now the Pandora ATX looks like an awesome evolution into a proper ATX case that should fulfill our needs for water cooling and awesome cable management, and the side panels will most likely utilize a swivel mechanism for easier installation, and really my only uncertainty is dust proofing the front intake, but I'm sure BitFenix would not skimp on such an important element for the final release.